Welcome to the Contracting Guy. I have a service-disabled veteran who sent me the following email. He says, "Hey Contracting Guy, my name is BJ and I'm from Quapaw, Oklahoma." By the way, I have been to Quapaw before. It's off of Route 66. And I have a question. I'm starting a small business and I want to do business with the federal government. And I see RFPs and RFQs, quotes and proposals. What's an RFQ? Well, BJ from Quapaw, Oklahoma, I'll get to that in just a moment. BJ from Quapaw, Oklahoma asks the question, what is an RFQ? Well, an RFQ is simply information. It's not an offer. And that's an important distinction to know. So generally there are three forms of solicitation that occurs. One is an information solicitation, which is an RFI, request for information. Here the government is looking at information in the industry to help them formulate their plans. Offers, on the other hand, are requests for proposals or invitations to bid, and those are specific instruments used when the government wants to make an award of a contract, so they need an offer to be made. So a solicitation of offers is sent out in the form of an RFP, which offers come back from industry. Those offers are then evaluated. Quotes, on the other hand, or in a request for quote, the government requests information in the form of decision-making information so they can make an award. Now, they're not going to make an award. That's the key. RFP, they make an award. RFQ, they get information and they select the best choice, and that best choice receives a purchase order. Let me show you how that works. Look at this example here. As you see, an RFP operates effectively in a three-step pattern. The government submits an RFP, you provide a proposal, and then the government accepts it or rejects it. In this point here, there's an evaluation. That's what we normally consider the contracting process. However, for a request for quotes, it's different. We do have the government submitting a solicitation called an RFQ. We then submit a quote in response to that RFQ, but the RFQ is not going to end up in a binding agreement. What that does is to create information for the federal government to reflect upon, and then they make a decision. After they evaluate it, they make a decision, and that decision is promulgated in the form of a purchase order. They sent an order out. Now, at this point, there's still no contract. The contract doesn't occur until it's accepted. For an RFQ, the acceptance occurs by the contractor. You accept a purchase order. If you accept the purchase order, a contract is created and is binding. Acceptance occurs in writing or performance. It is my opinion for all of you is that if you receive a purchase order and you wish to be bound by it, sign the purchase order, send it back to the contracting officer. Now you have a binding agreement. If you fail to do so, should something occur, you might not end up with the relief that you could get under a terminations for convenience. So it's important. If you're going to do it early, sign it, send it back, and get the government to recognize that, and they will. Finally, one of the biggest challenges with RFQs, requests for quotes, is that there is a identity crisis. The government often puts out information on a request for quote, but they'll use words that are consistent with a proposal, such as proposal, offer, and they even refer to you as an offeror. Now, all of those terms reflect a proposal. Now, and proposals they operate under a specifically different set of rules. So, quotes deal with one set of rules, proposals with another set of rules. And you want to understand the rules of the game as you go into it. So you might want to contact the contracting officer and ask the question, hey, is this a proposal or is this a quote? Because I read 15 or 20 times inside your RFQ that you refer to a proposal. Now that's an important distinction. So you might want to do that. So I hope I answered your question there, BJ from Quapaw, Oklahoma. You know, the contracting guy is always happy to receive questions and more delighted to be able to answer them. Now, if you have any more questions, please send it to me, the contracting guy, at thecontractingguy@gmail.com. And of course, you can subscribe to the Contracting Guy's YouTube channel. Until then, this is the Contracting Guy. I'm out.